blurred culture continues to thrive. A dark, unknowing threat begins to grow, taking over communities across the globe. The villainous team known as Culture Vulture lands at the front door of blurred culture, demanding ownership of this beautiful world, wreaking havoc and causing mass destruction every step of the way. And with all hope lost, and the culture on the brinks of being overran, Deuce is the Yaness of podcasting, Picardi Sensei the master of branding, and Didge the technical tactician. Collectively known as Geekset has emerged once again to help blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together in one place. Tune in as Geekset curates the culture, celebrates our heroes, start the discussion on important topics, and take this culture to new, legendary heights that the world can be proud of. Geekset, do what you love and love what you do.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. With me, I got my man Bun B, Picardi Sensei.
Hey, we got it out. See, I got a nigga who rides with me. You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? GSK, nigga, get stuck in, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this will be my last episode.
But, you know what I'm saying?
I'm on here.
You out here with that monkey shit on. You ambassador, nigga. Like, you better be with the team.
As always, I got my man Didge.
What is happening, people?
Man, how's y'all week been, dog?
It's been good.
Man's been busy.
It's been a busy ass week, man.
I mean, you've been busy for you. It's definitely been busy for your ass.
Yeah, I've been creating content, man. Shout out to Will Ferrell, man. Listen here, if y'all don't know, I do a little podcast called Straight Out of a Comic Book with Will Ferrell, CT is dope, and Dion Latt. But we also we have a lot of just different blurs that come through that podcast, and we just talk about different things. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, make sure y'all go to Arcade Tokens YouTube page, check that out, and check out Straight Out of Comic Book.
Hilarious.
We didn't get
Hilarious.
We got nothing for either one of the two. I was so focused on getting us started
It's
that
cool.
I didn't get
It's cool. We
anything.
This episode just gonna start a little bit late with that one.
I looked up to see what I was. I didn't even start the video.
Oh yeah. Also, your sound effects channel is not on.
All right.
Yeah.
Boy, you out here focused on the wrong thing.
He focused on hating on Bun B.
Yeah, all like
That
that
threw
took
me
you
off.
off.
The hate in that threw
And
me all the way
you
off.
right there trying to tell me to keep getting ready. We were a minute behind, boy. Look at
If
you.
you'd have been ready on time,
You
that would have been noticed.
You
know?
wouldn't have noticed it. You wouldn't have noticed it.
Oh man. Don't be Dion. Dion Lack he has the worst hot takes. Dion Lack has the worst hot takes.
Look at that.
We was talking Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Right.
And Dion Lack said that the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy is better than all 12 Star Wars movies.
Wow, man, that's a lot. That was a lot, bro.
That was a
Damn,
lot.
Boy, you shit the table with that push. Calm down.
Me and Brody the Joker, we set Dion straight. We let him get it out, and we told him
like a trilogy up against all 12.
Dion deserves that.
Yeah, bro. When that episode come out, make sure you go in and you voice.
Yeah, bro. All
Make
12
sure
is
you
out.
voice.
Yeah, he definitely lied. That sounds like a big. That's big lie. That's big cap.
This one wasn't a lie though, because he said it in our group chat and then brought it to Straight Out of Comic Book and stand 10 toes down on it.
That's too much.
Yeah, he had to get on Reddit and see how toxic can I be, and
I'm all three Guardians. 2 was the weak link of them. I enjoyed all 3 of them though.
Yeah,
But better than all the Star Wars.
better than all.
yeah,
the
bro,
Star
all
Wars.
of them is wild.
That's
All
a
of them is
wild
wild.
statement, G.
Like I don't know, bro. They both under the same motherfucking company. Like I don't know who asked you kissing. Like that's heavy, fam.
Yeah, man. But like, yeah, it's just been filming that. Also I've been knocking out mad auditions this week, dog. That's been the best thing for me because it's like ever since I got an agent, it's just like being able to get these auditions with people and companies that I haven't been able to touch on an independent level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, that's been really dope. So, hopefully this time next year, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be announcing some movies and shows coming out, man.
I mean, that's definitely gonna be dope to get to the point to even be like in that realm of like like you really gonna be on the screen or just be on, behind a paywall. You know what I'm saying?
I just can't wait until like a product comes out that I'm just like, all right, I'm in this. I voiced this. This is where I'm at. I in it, and then we gotta watch it. Because even though y'all hear me on this mic and y'all know that I'm doing auditions for voice acting, y'all ain't hearing me getting character bags yet.
No, yeah. So just seeing a character that's supposed to be you. Like we've seen you in one realm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said it's funny. Like I said, if you had that liquor ad would have been hilarious.
The verdict is still out, so we don't know.
Like,
I can't say which liquor company it is. That one's I'm still waiting to hear from.
That would be too funny.
That's really what I'm not waiting for. It's so like be scrolling through my social media and see an ad and be like, "Is that fucking Rudy boy?" Like,
because most liquor ads, especially. Other than the one that you was talking about, you don't hear too many voiceovers on it.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's usually like the spokesperson be in it doing some type of dance.
Be doing something, yeah.
So it's like the fact that it's just about to be a voiceover was just interesting.
Yeah,
that's also that's gonna be funny.
And and auditioning is really fun. I'm like, granted, I want to get roles. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till I start getting these roles that I can announce. But I like seeing my limitations. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll see a character thing, and I'm having that moment where I'm like, oh, I cooked that, or like, I don't like that one. But I'm having fun during this journey, discovering what I can do vocally, what I can't do vocally, you know what I'm saying, with things that I want to practice on, with things that I'm like, oh, I got this one, I'm gonna build upon this, or you know what I'm saying. So like, it's been like, this has been really dope, man. Just this is the most industry I felt like, even though I was doing all this other stuff with like Watch Mojo and stuff like that, and I love doing stuff with Watch Mojo. This right now feels when I was doing the stuff, while I'm doing the stuff with Watch Mojo, I still didn't feel like I arrived in like narration voice acting, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, you're doing this. It's just lists. Like you're not really, you don't have to really get into.
So now I feel like I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like at least I'm actually within it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can be like, and again, dealing with the companies that I'm dealing with, I'm like, yo, I can legit be in movies by this time next year.
Right.
Like, that's crazy to me.
That's dope. That's a really dope thing. That's what I'm saying. This is good. Like it's just good to like you've been following that path for a while, and then it finally coming to a different. Like it's definitely been steps.
Yeah.
And it's like now you're at you pretty much at a different plateau now. That's like at the door of really making this a really good full-time job. So I mean that's definitely worth the work.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So and then other than that, man, just editing. Like, done. I was talking about earlier, a lot of editing. I've been knocking out a lot of editing this week. I mean, but y'all have like everybody's working on editing something.
Everybody's doing something. Yeah, everybody's been. I mean, it's been. This is like I said, we've been talking about being busy already during the week. Being busy just in general. So I feel like it's definitely been a lot of that. After we shot content earlier, we said Wednesday.
Yeah, we did
shot content Wednesday, so that should be coming out.
I just like the fact that we just staying busy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, we definitely got to get some shit, bro.
Yeah, that was a wild comment. I was gonna let it rock.
We said, but I don't know if that was but didn't somebody say that earlier on? We been said we got to get some draws.
I know, but I was still.
How much, man?
I saw
you just created it, and he just said,
I got the little
all you got to do is just create it.
I got the women's shorts. So y'all want some boxers for real, like some briefs?
You can put on
the loose joints or some briefs.
Oh
no, you want the loose joints or some briefs?
I feel like you got to do boxer briefs.
I got to bring back. I bring back the flannel joints.
You want to bring back the
flannel loose?
Somebody got to retcon flannel joints because flannel joints don't get no love. And if
I don't like your decisions this episode. What y'all do this week?
Why can't somebody retcon the flannel joints?
Some Stone Cold ones. Stone Cold ones. You trying to be out here?
This nigga said great, bro. I am not trying to
be out there like, holding the belt in the geek drawers.
I am not throwing geeks on the back of some boxer drawers, bro. Not boxers,
drawers. When you make yourself in wrestling, do you give you the drawers or you give you the pants?
I start there though. I'm like,
everybody start there.
Everybody, I guess the default. Yeah.
I immediately like, boy, put some goddamn pants on. Put some pants on.
But do you go the leather the leather.
I'm
you do the
usually
jeans.
I'm usually wearing the motherfucking.
I do the jeans.
I do the jean shorts, the long jean shorts.
Nah, I don't even. I do just straight up jeans and boots.
You do jeans and boots?
Yeah,
you would be.
I
did to be Big Boss Man if he was a wrestler, man.
I get my dude the D'Lo Brown intro too. He be coming out jeans in the
So I always go like the Ninja Luchador pants, and then I change the color to like the solid colors. No, the Ninja Luchador ones, like the puffy ones sometimes. Not the
who the fuck fighting those in wrestling?
A lot of people have those, the bigger pants. You know what I'm saying? They always have like the ninja
wrestler.
Yeah.
You gotta show me some, because I didn't know that either.
I'm like, I ain't never seen a wrestler.
When you said Luchador, I definitely thought he said that.
He was in little tight pants.
No, hold on.
I ain't never seen in the hammer pants.
I mean, they're not hammer pants, but they're more like Japanese streetwear.
That must be new.
They like half hammer pants.
Yeah, I'm like,
they like.
That must be new age wrestlers. I ain't seen none of them niggas.
I don't know which wrestler. I don't know, but they always have that option in the creator mode, and I always pick that, and I change the colorways and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up black jeans, black boots. Black jeans, black boots, and a black beater.
And a black you basically you a fucking
I don't do no shirt. But I do the Ultimate Warrior strings. I always like to do the ultimate, and I change again. I'll be fully customizing. Yeah.
Do I do no shirt? I think I usually put a tank. I think I do like a white tank top. Because usually I just do white tank top and some jeans. Because I usually do
it, and then you had a jacket that you come out with.
But you fighting in boots? Like, I gotta put the before that tennis shoes on.
Because my dude always a heavyweight, so you gotta have a heavyweight look. Where it's just like the big boot. I always do the big boot.
The shoes don't determine anything, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it's your character, though.
It doesn't impact anything.
Jeans and the clothes don't either. But if you gonna put a fit together, shit, put that shit on. Put that shit on.
That's why I do the boots with the. And then I had like the
leather
fur, jacket.
The boots with the fur. I know you want to say fur.
Boots and fur. No, I do the boots that he got the sunglasses, he got the leather jacket. Cause I always play my dude as Rose of the Hill, so he kind of look like the bad guy. He definitely like an 80s bad guy. That's
you describing the fuck out of an 80s bad guy. The simplest 80s bad guy. Like that's the 80s. The nigga that don't say shit. He got the black shades on, he got a shotgun.
Villain number 8.
Right. Number 8. He that one nigga get the close up. You know what I'm saying? With a shotgun, but way off. This nigga shooting down the street with a 2-barrel shotgun. Like, boy, you ain't gonna reach nobody.
Every time I create, I always make sure that like my regular moves are moves that bust up somebody's face. Like I love playing in wrestling and being able to cause blood. So every time I'm doing my creator moves, I want when I win the match. And Ninja Pants.
Unknown in Ninja Pants.
Somebody said you making a Sims character.
I mean, my guy a regular dude.
Have you seen the stuff they've been doing on the Sims? They going crazy.
I didn't know all that shit was real.
That though, y'all.
I truly thought that shit was like some mod shit.
Nah.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Some of it
technically it is, but it ain't. Yeah.
The strip club, that's a mod.
But I forgot what
they was trolling. Like,
bro, they were strolling.
They
were strolling. They was strolling, man. Hey, Greek people, don't come at me. I didn't do any official signs. I just want to throw that out there. Because y'all be watching. Y'all be on it. I didn't do any official signs. I just did some movements.
They just gonna throw some emojis.
Man, listen here. I don't need that. They came at Easter tough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't need any of that. But yeah, dog, like, the Sims be going crazy, dog.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely
that's why PC gaming is peak gaming, because it's any game, but you can add a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, that was a big statement. You done gave a lot of niggas joy.
But it is. Think about it this way, because you can
also get a lot of niggas gonna be in the comments like X game, Xbox game.
No, here's the thing.
PlayStation for life.
Here's the thing. I mean, as far as like just like, you know what I'm saying, it's like the difference of Drake and Kendrick Lamar, right? You know what I'm saying?
Between like what, PC and what?
And Xbox and PlayStation.
And console. PC and console.
Yep. Console is Drake, right? Popular, easy, accessible, and everything like that, right? But if you want to get in the nitty-gritty and you really want to get them lyrics and you want to hear that shit, you want PC gaming gives you that free functionality to do anything in any game.
But you also gotta have the bread to make sure you're.
I mean, you gotta have the bread.
So you definitely gotta pay that money to listen to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
That was a high.
Yeah, I think that's a solid comparison.
Said that was Theta New Theta.
No, PC gaming is fire. I give you that. I enjoy a PC game now and then.
I mean, the PC is just a lot more open. It's a lot more open box. You know what I'm saying? A lot more sandboxy. You can get a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. Like, I give you that. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't finna get into no debate between PC and console.
I wasn't
I know you're not. I mean, ain't nobody debating with you.
You invited the debate.
Yeah, ain't nobody debating with you.
Somebody gonna be in the comments debate. Somebody gonna come in there. Nigga is wrong.
Good.
Wrong.
There's definitely a nigga out here still with Windows 98. Like, this nigga's lying. My PC can't do none of that shit.
Bro, you on Windows 98? That's
right,
your fault. You ain't even on XP. You could at least did that.
Nigga stick to his roots, man.
Bro,
like,
Hey, can you just create a new fraternity? Like, what is the process of creating
where
the
you get
fraternity?
this from?
In the comments, she said that what I was doing was Theta Nu Theta.
Is that a real place?
I don't know, but I'm wondering, can you create a
It
fraternity?
just brought you that. You want to make one?
Theoretically,
It's
yes.
like a chapter. I mean, we saw movies of it.
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah, we saw movies of it.
Well, I mean, I'm saying in
No,
real
in
life.
real life, theoretically, yes. They all start off as campus groups,
Okay.
and you file for it to become an official campus group.
But how do you become an official Greek?
Well, you pick the name of your
Oh,
the
okay.
name of
You
it.
pick
So like
your
I said,
own
when you're
Greek.
doing that, you'll become that a campus group. Then you got to be cold enough that somebody at another school like, I want to be them niggas.
Yeah, somebody got
And
one
so
of
then
those.
they work
Literally
with
the
you.
story of old school. Like, I know you saw old school.
I mean, but I ain't put no realism to old school. What?
Why?
I love old school, but I didn't put no realism. I was like, that's not real. It can't be that easy.
It wasn't that easy. The niggas didn't go through academics. Like, the niggas was
Oh,
grown.
it is Stomp the Yard. That's right.
Oh yeah, we represent the Thetas. The
Yeah.
Thetas. I forgot about the Thetas.
I forgot all about that.
But yeah, I'm like, can you create one?
Yeah, that's what we just said.
There's no.
Okay, then how do you get into HBCU fraternity? Because there's only the Divine Nine.
You don't. They're those Divine Nine. That to be an NPHC fraternity are those.
But what if I want to bring something new? Why can we?
That's another
You have to
movie.
petition to the NPHC to
Now
say,
that
Can you create new ones?
that'd be a great black movie.
Yeah.
Somebody,
but you have to petition to them. And
I'm
I'm not an NPHC member, so from what I would know from the fraternity that I was in, our governing body isn't really accepting new groups. Like, we got who we got right now. So I'm almost positive.
Because I mean,
NPHC
even
might
in
be
old
the
school,
same.
like in old school, none of them was real. Like you can't use a real fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like the ones that they were competing with in old school. They was all.
Well, you can. You're just gonna come back. We're gonna come with heavy
Well,
backlash.
you gotta ask for the permission on it.
You
Yeah,
definitely gotta ask for their permission, and even then that might not be
Even
enough
then,
because
Issa
even
did
if you
that.
ask for the main chapter's permission or whatever, you're still inviting yourself to get some flack.
That's
You
what
have
happened
from
with Issa
everybody,
and
yeah.
Insecure. She got permission from, if I'm not mistaken, from the AKAs, but they still was like, hey,
Yeah, I mean, because you only.
they
ask
was
for
like,
one
she's
person.
not really an AKA
Well, the
though.
thing is, you might be asking.
You can
might
get the
be
permission, but
asking
you gotta
from
have-
the main chapter. But then, like in her case, I think the actress wasn't an AKA. So there's
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Well, because also, like I said, the
She is
actor.
right. Iota is the newest, and I think they were still in the 60s.
Oh yeah. Because
Really?
shout out E from Sweats and
so
Suits is
that's
Iota.
what I'm saying. So it's
Mhm.
not a.
Sweats and Suits E.
E,
Oh,
yeah.
is it?
He Iota.
But and like I said, not being an MPHC one, I don't know all the details obviously, but I know it's like anything. You apply to be a member of it, and I don't know how willing they are to say like, oh, y'all started last year. Welcome to the club. We're gonna become the Divine 10 now. Like they not finna do that.
You gotta definitely make a name for yourself.
Also, I mean, they not going to accept anybody because there's celebrities who try to buy into HBCUs and fraternities, and niggas is like, nah.
I don't want you to keep calling them just HBCU because that HBCU is the college.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
That's
My
why
fault.
I tried to
You're
casually correct you the first time.
You gotta tell me. Hey, listen here. I'm speaking for pure ignorance, so I don't know. So unless you tell me that I'm wrong, I'm thinking
everything coming out my motherfucking mouth is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
bro.
it's pure ignorance until you tell me different. So now you tell me different, I'm gonna make a change.
All I'm saying is alphabet soup, nigga. But you gotta put the word. You gotta put the words together, bro.
But again, there's people who tried to buy their way in, celebrities. I'm talking about big name status, and they was like, nah, bro. Like unless you go through the same trials and tribulations that all other members went through. You can't just buy your way into this. So,
I get that.
so like you brought like money ain't moving them. It's really they got. I guess you got to be with the cause for sure.
And it's every fraternity, and especially the black letter Greek organizations.
Yeah,
they're built on tradition.
Yeah,
so it's for someone to be like, oh yeah, I want to buy into that tradition. It's kind of weird. So I get it.
Yeah, it's definitely a tactic done by another race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it.
But I did want to get into some geek shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because we've been getting, I think any day we just waiting for the shoe to drop for Fantastic Four casting, right?
Oh, is that what we waiting for?
Last one's Margot Robbie as Sue Storm and Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic.
So
are these supposed to be for real?
We don't know. It's just rumored. It's all rumored right now.
Has been sort of corroborated. Like, yo, I've heard more and more people saying that. The Margot Robbie one, I'm still iffy on.
How you feeling about them two?
Margot Robbie as Sue Storm?
Yep.
I already made my statement on that. Like I see her as Harley too much.
She's definitely hard. It's gonna be hard.
Like you doing a complete character switch.
Yeah.
And my thing is like I feel like even as Margot Robbie, you shouldn't even want to put yours because you can definitely do Harleys. It's gonna be hard for somebody to replace you as Harley, but the more you start going down.
Yeah. But who's to say when is the next time Harley's showing up?
Yeah, because right now Harley's not. Right now that Harley's not pinned for anything right now.
Like Harley just as a character.
What's she doing? The animated series?
That's
No,
Kaylee Cuoco.
That's old girl from Big Bang Theory. So as of right now, her Harley has no additional story unless there's something in background that we don't know of, but as of right now nothing has been announced with her as Harley.
Right. I mean, because like this whole like I said with the whole wrap up, like the whole Flash wrap, that's all that Suicide Squad, everything is pretty much. Is that part of all?
Because except Aquaman, and that's the only he confirmed. There's the only three people that he technically really confirmed is Peacemaker is still there,
right?
Amanda Waller is still Amanda Waller, and
Margaret.
Yeah,
he thought, but he was never gonna recast her. That's his wife.
Yeah, that's his wife. So
he was never going to recast her.
Now Adam Driver is a weird choice for me because he plays villain so well that I can't see him being the straight man as Mr. Fantastic. As of now, I'm open to it, but I don't see it right now. What about you?
No, I really can't. I can't. Nah. It's the same feelings. It's the same feelings what they did with what they trying to do. What they were talking about with Butch, from what's the name?
Yeah. What'd you say?
That she said Margot Robbie feels like the reverse of how Hollywood casts black folks. White lady lead number one. It was such an easy
swap over.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. She's the it girl, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the superhero world. Like, it's like you said, it's very easy to be like, we want to be in the Margot Robbie business in general. You know what I'm saying? Just like how The Rock is like a go-to. It's like, okay, we just got to figure out how we can do it. The biggest issue with The Rock is figuring out how you can put The Rock in something where he's not The Rock, where The Rock is not taking over, right? With Margot Robbie, she actually does blend in well with any cast. So it's real. So like, what role can we get her in that she would blend in? Because, you know, even in Wolf of Wall Street, she killed that role. You know what I'm saying?
She was good in there.
She was good in what was the movie with Will Smith?
But I mean, don't you think?
Crap.
What's the movie? I can't think of it.
I can't think of it, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, but she killed it in that role. She blends in well with a cast.
I mean, I get those. Like, because you're describing it, but you know, like really different genres of movies.
I'm gonna look that up.
But I mean, like when you swap, like in the same sense of what's the name? Deadpool dude.
Ryan Reynolds?
Right, Ryan Reynolds. Like as a superhero when he was Green Lantern, it's still the same energy as a superhero he is as Deadpool. It's just, of course, Deadpool's a lot more raunchier.
Well, Deadpool also fits it. Like you got to think, Hal Jordan was an equipped guy, right?
Yeah.
So, and Ryan Reynolds, he's a walking, talking quip. Like his personal life, he kind of talks like and acts like Deadpool, right? So him as Hal Jordan didn't fit because you're like, that's not the Hal Jordan I expected. Right. But him as Deadpool, like wisecracking, breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, Focus.
Oh, somebody just put that up there.
Oh, yeah, Focus, yeah. It's a movie, yeah. But him, you know what I'm saying, as the wisecracking Deadpool, you know, Wade Wilson.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what so it's like for me, it's like Margot Robbie.
She fit Harley perfect. She did.
Like, so like you put her in somebody else, it's gonna be like that's why everybody
gonna
was
be
so
expecting
happy.
it.
Yeah, now I mean, like, cause now you gotta kill Harley, bro. To me,
Not
then I'm be mad.
necessarily, because
I then be mad because then I'll be mad. Like, why'd you waste your time? You could just been stay. You could have stayed more like this Harley. Like now I gotta look at.
Not if the next.
Because then you are
let's
doing
say,
the Ryan
let's say
Reynolds
she shows
thing.
up in the next Batman movie. We know the Batman 2 is coming out 2025, so that means the actual DC Batman probably not coming out till like 26, 27. Do you really want her to wait? Because she's probably not going to be in that first one.
I ain't trying to tell her she gotta wait. I'm just saying, like, wow, we don't have any other choices.
Because she still wants you.
So who was your choice
to
Sue
be a
Storm?
No, I didn't
superhero.
think
You
about
gotta-
because I mean, to me, and I don't even know how to sound about this, but like, I like of all the Fantastic Four movies, like Sue Storm was the most unimportant character to me.
Well, so this is my
Too much on Jessica Alba.
Oh no, I
Not
said
too much
Sue Storm. I didn't say the actresses.
but so here's my concern.
Jessica Alba was all in the movie to me. Like that, it was Fantastic Four, Jessica Alba, nigga.
It was Jessica Alba
Like
and
it
no
was
other niggas.
Sue Storm and Jessica Alba was just two different people I saw on screen. Like when the power came out, like okay, they got Sue Storm doubled in. Stunt double came in Sue Storm. You know what I'm saying? Like
So who do y'all think? So then, because so when I went up before, who do I think? My problem and my issue thinking about Margot Robbie as Sue Storm is Margot Robbie's so big as an actress that I feel like they're going to try to make the Fantastic Four a Sue Storm central story.
Not if they're getting Adam Driver for Mr. Fantastic.
I think Margot's bigger than Adam.
I think they're close to the same level.
You think so?
I think they're pretty close to the same level. And I now if you would have said I think they're gonna try to go all-star studded for the cast, then yes, I agree with that.
They're probably going to go. I mean, they have to go all-star studded.
I mean, yeah,
You
all four gotta be stars.
I think the only one you don't have to go star studded is the Thing.
The Thing would be only one because you wouldn't.
No, for sure. You're for sure getting a star for the Thing.
A star for the voice, but you don't really. I don't think.
Yeah, I
you
mean
need
the
it.
bodysuit.
I think the whole thing is I think he's gonna be all CGI. Like you might get how they did what was it, Korg and Thor.
Yeah.
I think he was almost all CGI. I think just so you could be looking at something.
You have a mode.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I think
I don't know. I'm not sold on Adam Driver. But I mean,
Adam Driver,
I'm open to it. I'm just not sold on it right now.
I mean,
I wanted to get back to we just ignored that and went straight to Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, Adam Driver gives me too much of an emo character.
He plays that brooding villain. He's so good.
That's when
he would be Doom. I can see him better as Doom.
Did y'all watch the crap? What's the fashion house? The Gucci movie?
I didn't yet.
No, I didn't watch the
He
Gucci
was
movie.
great in that.
Adam Driver.
Yeah, he was in that, and he was great in that.
Mm-hmm.
Playing what? I mean,
what type of role was he playing?
He was. I forgot the guy's name. He's Gucci though.
He was playing Gucci.
Yeah,
but what was his characteristic traits?
Gucci was villainous.
Was he conniving? I don't know the Gucci story.
Devil Wears Prada kind of energy.
I don't know the Gucci story like that.
It was more so like him and his wife. Like it was they were sort of like you could tell he played like the rich playboy.
Okay,
and granted, obviously that's not
Mr.
Fantastic, but it was to your point of he always plays villainous. Is we saw a completely different side of him.
For that one, okay. But I mean, but I'm saying, I could definitely see him as Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom would be easy because he would definitely be walking around like he was in Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? So I can see, but
because here's the thing, I don't, because I can see again on that same stern.
Yeah,
Doom is Victor Von Doom is he's a.
They both
I thought it was House of Gucci. It was Lady Gaga was in it, right? Yeah. Okay. As Doom, you got to think as a rich billionaire, right? Adam Driver easily can give that off, but also Victor Von Doom. Remember, he is jealous of Mr. Fantastic because he's smarter than him and he got Sue Storm. Right.
Yeah.
I can see Adam Driver playing that role immensely great.
Yeah, because I mean, the person who plays Dr. Doom has to. In their own mind, like in their own,
you don't see him as Doom either.
Like in their but other than
Adam Driver,
like whoever plays Dr. Doom has to pretty much move with a confidence that they feel that they actually are smarter.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Adam Driver would be able to do because I mean that's what I'm saying. Like the character to me as Mr. Fantastic isn't necessarily aloof, but he's just he's so smart that he just doesn't pay. He's not aware of like shit that's really like in front of him. You know
and like I'm saying, he's the straight man. Like you said, he does like it's kind of like similar to Captain America, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I think he can do Doom's accent.
I definitely think he can, because he had an accent in House of Gucci.
But wait, what is Doom's accent? Now I can't think of it right now.
Russian or
okay.
That's based off definitely like an Eastern European country.
Okay. I don't know. I'm out. So with accents, I'm not for sure on his accent.
Family didn't have no accent in the movie.
No, he was just a regular white man.
Also wasn't a good movie. Don't use that.
It was a good movie for the time.
No, I was trying to think that
the first one.
I was trying to think.
The first one.
I was trying to think if Mr. ever had an accent in the movie. I was like, they didn't get that nigga no accent. Yeah, the cartoon. I think he might have did.
But that movie, like I said, that was a okay movie.
Did you say check your mic, your power cord, or something like that?
Jesus, all right. Appreciate that.
Doom is from another country.
No,
yeah. I mean,
I'm at the top.
Yeah, he should have an accent. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not for sure. So
it might be a short in it, but I can just grab a different cord.
Oh, I mean, you working now? You popping up?
All right. Well,
I mean, you can find one. I mean, why you moving around? We still talking. I mean, but I was just saying you working though.
Maybe it wasn't plugged all the way in though.
Oh, that's not this one right here.
Yeah, but so you know what I'm saying.
Right
I just wonder also who they gonna get for the Human Torch, because there's a lot. I mean, because there's as quiet as kept. I haven't heard anything, and quiet as kept. Ryan Reynolds was the best.
Yeah, he really was, and that's
right now. He's the best Human Torch.
There've been two,
and he's been the best.
Yeah,
use that when there's been two.
Why not?
You can.
No, you can't.
It's a choice.
How many before we can say the best?
It's like the second.
Right, it's a first. Right, it's a first place and a second place.
You gotta at least have a podium. You gotta have at least three.
You need a third.
You need a third.
No,
you gotta at least have three.
You somebody to break it even? That you can be like,
no.
It wasn't Ryan Reynolds. Oh my God.
I knew he was talking.
It was Chris.
I was so disturbed about you saying it was the best.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't.
I didn't get a chance to correct it.
It was Captain America. Yeah, he was the best.
So yeah, I mean, but he did a great, like he actually did a great job as Fat. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, like I said, when I was talking about like the Sue Storm thing was ever like, that's only two people I actually care about. I don't ever care about out of the two movies. I only care about Thing and Human Torch. The only people that like they don't. I'm talking about in the movie world and all that. Because that's the only people you're gonna put the most detail in. Like they ain't gonna be, you know.
Oh, you're talking about like how they gonna look.
So it's like,
how they gonna look.
When it comes to actors or whoever, the only person I really care, Mr. Fantastic a little bit because of the fact that you got to do his stretch. You know how they gonna CGI and do all that kind of shit. But I really be wanting to know how they just gonna do Thing and how they gonna do Human Torch.
Well, I really want to see how they build Mr. Fantastic's empire, because we already destroyed Stark Tower. Hank Pym and Pym Technology is kind of like. We don't know. No, they're not destroyed, but we don't. No.
Gonna become the Baxter Building.
That's That's Mr. Fantastic's, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, didn't they already show?
Well, when I say destroyed, I mean like it doesn't say Stark Towers anymore and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so you know what I'm saying, and people are kind of indifferent about Pym Technology right now because of the shit that they've been on. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't wait to see the Baxter Building. I would like to see him establish. And I could be
wrong. It might not have been. It might not have already been said that it was going to become the Baxter Building.
I thought they said that too.
I thought one of the movies was already.
In Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, it was the Baxter Building.
It is okay.
Yeah, and everybody assumed that moving forward, we're going into the Baxter Building and everything like that. So
I mean, it makes sense. That's how you gonna bring the Fantastic Four in.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's gonna be tough with all of these, and like how like X-Men 2 is like. I wouldn't know how are they gonna answer the question of where y'all been.
Well, I hope they do. I hope they deal with the quantum. I hope they. I hope the first. I remember I think we predicted that.
The most perfect answer is that the snap just brought back so many other random shit that you just didn't know came back.
True. That is the easiest way.
Like that's literally the easiest way. Is like the snap took half people away, but it
when it brought people back, it didn't bring it back perfectly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So even the multiverse thing. I mean, with that already going into crazy shit, it's like. That's pretty much the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's easier now. The multiverse definitely made it easier now, because they could just make the movie and be like, should we put it in the timeline or let it be a stand and all you gotta do is find one little piece to be like, that's the connection.
Well, like I said, because there's obviously when we got to the quantum realm, we didn't see the whole quantum realm. And we know, like I said, Kang has connections with the Fantastic Four and everything. There's people that have been lost in it. So again, they could have been lost in the quantum realm searching, like you know what I'm saying? Like Bo said, they was out exploring whatever it is. They got trapped in a world, and then either the snap or either Kang not really being killed off is what brings Fantastic, the first family back out or whatever like that. So there's a lot of possibilities for them to do it. I'm not concerned with how they're going to do that or when they're going to do that.
Because I feel like I said, I feel like the biggest thing is I always go to, other than like I said, the snap and coming back, is when we see that like the overstep, like branches coming back out.
That's a lot.
That moment, because it's like you don't know where those timelines are. I always feel like, because you got to think I feel like what we've been watching for the last years, it was Kang keeping everything on that one timeline. So when that happened and everything split back out,
that's sort of how they sort of trying to explain it. Yeah, you're
right. But
there's
been so many things that happened that could have caused a rift too. You got to
he might have just been cold. He saw
I'm talking about now, moving forward. Because you got, like I said, the death of He Who Remains. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got Wanda. Her that whole thing.
That entire saga.
Doctor Strange changing everybody to forget about Peter. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, so it's like there's been so many things that happen that could cause the reason why we haven't seen the first family and why they're now back emerged. So it's like that'd be an easy one. So, but do y'all think that do you think that this last movie saved Marvel? That's what I've been hearing. The rhetoric has been Marvel has been going down the past 2 years.
And what last movie saved them?
Guardians saved them.
But it's weird because
I don't think it saved
them. They were huge on Wakanda Forever. So
there's
been one movie in between that.
The world has a weird relationship with Black Panther in general. Black Panther 1 came out, everybody was talking about how dope it was, how much impact it was. And then years later, people was like, I mean, Black Panther movie wasn't really that good, right? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the first movie had white people going like this.
I know, but I'm saying, and so Wakanda Forever came out, and everybody was like, the first month, everybody was like, oh, it was a beautiful send off, and then everybody was like,
the tide started to change.
Man, it was kind of boring.
And
I was like, gee,
it was gone. It was gone. You're not getting it back. I mean, you're gonna get it back in the
relationship with Black Panther and the crowd is kind of weird.
I needed to be like, you needed to be like that though, because if y'all really trying to bring it back, we're not getting him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so you need to kind of wash away all of the emotions of that whole kind of saga of Black Panther, because the next one coming back is going to literally be.
I enjoyed Black Panther too,
bro. There's a lot that I enjoyed. I enjoyed Spider-Man. I enjoyed Doctor Strange.
So you're the epitome of what he's talking. You gave it a 9.
I said it was all right.
You don't give movies that are okay that are a 9.
I mean, it's all right.
But here, that's the same.
But I'm like, now it's all right.
You're the epitome of what he was just talking about.
I mean, but it is because now it's all right.
We was talking about how fire it was. Now it's all right. It's all right.
But you know what's crazy though? It's all right though, because compared to what I came after it. I enjoy Ant-Man, and I enjoy both of those movies over it.
Yeah, it was miles better than that, man.
Miles is heavy.
Miles.
I got Spider-Man. I got Doctor Strange. I got Wakanda Forever. I got Guardians. Then I got Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. I think I gave
Thor's all the way down the floor. Thor was the one thing I didn't like from Phase 4
because of the Kang. And I said that at the time. Ant-Man was cool.
I mean, Ant-Man was, and that's what I'm saying. Like I guess that's what's the difference between me. Like, there's, other than knowing that Namor, like, and I think that's why it dropped for me, because like now I can't nothing about the movie I really can think about. I can remember literally every scene of Black Panther 1 still, but there's nothing in Black Panther 2 I can really remember other than Namor turning up to fucking Wakanda. Like, there was nothing that's really that memorable.
I disagree.
After later down the line, like I said, watching it and fresh in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that shit was cold. But like, I don't want to watch it again. Like, I watched Black Panther again.
I've already watched it multiple times again.
Like, I watched Black Panther 1. Look,
But you watch Ant-Man again? I'm not watching that again.
No, I wouldn't watch Ant-Man again either. But that's what I'm saying. But that's why it's like, that's why when you say it's like miles over Ant-Man, I'm like, yeah, I mean, not that, but like, I wouldn't watch either one of them over again. Like,
at least you're consistent.
Yeah, like, as long as you're consistent.
I would not watch Ant-Man.
But I mean, but it's really, that's what it is. Like, if Wakanda Forever came on TNT, right now. You know what I'm saying? TNT put a movie on a heartbeat on your ass. Like, I didn't know y'all had this. Like, I'm changing the channel.
See, right now, the only thing from Phase 4 that I'm not gonna watch again, is Thor. Literally have no desire to even watch bits of it.
Thor was fun, guys.
So Thor's the same way too, because I don't remember nothing of Thor.
Oh my
God. Y'all can say this shit, and I don't know why I was thinking like the second one. I was like, what Thor y'all? Y'all going back, nigga? Like, what Thor are you talking about?
Thor was fun. It wasn't good. It was like it was legit a popcorn flick.
Oh, what up, Kang? Kang in the building?
Kang in the building.
I can't even rewatch it for the Kang scenes. It's just that movie. It wasn't horrible.
What?
It was just now because Ray said he rewatches Ant-Man for the Kang scenes, and it's like if I want to see, I can just Google those.
I'd rather watch. I mean, if I'm even though it's way to the end, but I'd definitely rather watch Loki for some Kang scenes.
Fair.
You know what
That's not Kang though.
It's a variant.
No, it's not.
It's close enough.
He remains
in Loki. We didn't see that nigga do a lick of power.
Oh, man,
he's still a variant of Kang.
But you ain't seeing Kang.
He was a charismatic.
I want to see Kang. The reason why we watch Ant-Man and the reason why people was ready for Ant-Man, you was waiting for Kang to show up and show powers.
No, you said no. He ain't till he not being a variant. He's still a variant.
Yeah, like you said, no. This nigga out of the box.
That is he who remains. Why would they call him he who remains if he's not?
That's why he said they call him many things.
Yeah, they call him Kang.
No, he's not Kang
you don't
the
think
Conqueror.
He remains sound like the nigga who beat all the Kangs?
I ain't saying nothing. That's what I'm saying.
But this is better for the team because he ain't show power.
What I'm saying is,
nigga, he beat everybody. He the last nigga.
But that's not the Kang I want. I don't want to see a guy talking in riddles. I can watch all. You know what? If I want to see a guy talking riddles, I can watch all of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey, you go.
I want to see the powers of Kang.
You are outrageous.
Because he ain't show the power. He ain't a team.
I want to see the powers.
You cutthroat.
Fam.
Why would I want to go back and watch that?
You know what? He did show his power. Because when he got killed, that shit reset. He's like, I'll see you niggas later. You know what I'm saying? He told you, I'll see you niggas later.
I want to see that. I listen here.
Check it later.
In Ant-Man, that nigga said, I need to see that.
Got beat up by some big ass ants.
I don't care.
That's why Ant-Man was trapped.
Everybody get beat up
by some big ass.
Who want to beat up my big ass ant?
Bro, he was out there. He was out there destroying stuff in a big ass ant. I was so mad.
I need to see power beams.
That was early. I remember he started over. This is reset. So that was like, nigga, he got to still build up. He got to level up again. Like, he got to. You like a game. You lose all your powers. Like
this is new game stuff. You got to reget everything.
You got to start everything back over. He back here again. Like, god damn. You know
in Ant-Man, we saw him fire on a huge ass giant, and Ant-Man stumbled back. He didn't do that in Loki. We ain't see him fire on nobody.
Because it's all dead already.
Yeah,
I need to see fights,
bro.
I don't want to see the Kang who won. I want to see Kang in battle.
You are wild. You are so wild because you truly want to talk about a Kang. You trying to say this nigga got powers? He literally
no.
So like he kept a story, a whole timeline.
What I'm saying is, Dish said, if I want to see Kang, I'll go back to Loki.
No,
you said that. Yeah. That's not the Kang I want to see. No. I want to see Battle Kang.
That's fun. I'm laughing at the fact that because you were so disgusted that he didn't show power, but he ain't even a Kang no more.
Niggas said the same thing. Who remains the same man Kang. Like, bro, the nigga is the Kang. He is a Kang. You took his whole goddamn birthright from him, bro.
Dog disowned him because he ain't show no power.
I ain't see one power beam from him.
Like, dog.
He talked about how he had the what was the smoke monster called? He's talked about how he used that to win.
You know who else? You know what else can say some shit? Guess what? I was at the Universal Battle and I whooped Kang his ass.
Look at ass, nigga.
That's what nobody seen it. How y'all know it's not real?
But you had to, because
how you know it's not real?
On the outskirts of the universe.
Right.
I had to go through hell and high water to find you in a cave. And you like, you know what I'm saying? If I went through all that shit, nigga got some stories of me, I believe it.
You ain't have a talking clock pop up like, oh, you here to see fam?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I walk in here and the talking clock like, oh, yeah, Deuce is in the back.
You say, all that shit going on, you can tell me the sky is actually bright pink. And I'm like, you know what? You probably brush all that shit away. It's bright pink right up under that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through hell to get here, so I thought you know something, nigga. Like, y'all ass talking about some shit like you at the crib. Talking about I beat up Kane. Like, nigga, you at home,
right, bro? He ain't no shooter. Though. I need to see him getting active.
Fam.
I need Kane getting active.
Y'all don't like Ghost Kang, fam. The one that just.
Hey, somebody said that.
Good, Ghost Kang.
I need him out here, dog.
That's what I'm saying. You out of control, fam.
Man, at least Fantastic Four not getting the Blade treatment.
I want them.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm actually A-okay.
You happy that Blade's gone?
He's not gone. It's just delayed into the writer's strike. Here's the thing. When it comes down to the writer's strike,
no, I'm fine with that. But I think they getting another new writer again after that.
Yeah, I think. No, I thought it was already having problems for the writer's strike.
They already got a new writer. But
they got a new writer. The last update I saw is that Blade's writing is on pause due to the writer's strike. And any show that is on pause due to the writer's strike, I'm A-okay. Because of how they did, how we saw what transpired with Heroes, I do not need somebody coming in and fucking up the shit that I love.
I'm fully fine with that.
A-okay
but they were saying the article I saw, it said Blade was getting new writers again. But I think it is because of the writer's strike. Now that I look at it, and I'm
okay with that.
So that's fine
because I don't want to half-ass Blade.
Yeah, I don't need AI trying to write Blade.
Yeah,
I don't need that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, so like,
I don't even want to hear that any Disney's even going down that route because it's too much. For one, it's too much comic book material to even use AI.
Well, it's just
but you still gotta have somebody put it into script form.
Well, but here's the thing too: emotion can't.
Hey, these damn writers.
Emotion really can't be conveyed with AI. AI may be able to write a fire ass script, right? But AI is not going to be able to write "I love you 3000" for Tony Stark to say at the end of Endgame and for that shit to hit. Like AI won't be able to write that.
I mean, the AI can write it. They actually got to sell it.
No, because that moment wouldn't even that full circle moment probably wouldn't even come back if AI wrote it like that.
You talking about if they wrote the whole damn trilogy?
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain emotions won't be able to be conveyed, or certain shit. Like I
had AI write me some jokes just to see how well it would work. Bro, these jokes was trash.
They be bland. It be the obvious.
Think about when you ask Siri or Alexa, like, hey Siri, tell me a joke. It was like, oh, what's the weather outside?
Oh, those kind of jokes.
It be shit like that.
Yeah. Maybe he thought you were funny.
Siri hear me.
Siri like, you want some jokes? We joking?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything just gonna shut down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
How about that joke?
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah,
I'm fine with waiting.
Like I said, I just thought that I thought it said that they were legit getting writers again.
That shit feel like it's been delayed so damn much.
Well, that's because the first script must have just been ass.
I mean, you got to rewrite. I mean, I wonder. I don't know. Is this Blade supposed to be standalone, or were they still trying to add it to the universe?
MCU.
So they got to figure out how to add him into the MCU.
Well, I kind of started that.
They need to come in with
what
Doctor Strange.
Was that he was at the end of? Was it Eternals?
Who?
He wasn't. That's his. I thought you heard his voice at the end of Eternals. Was it Eternals?
We did.
I thought you did.
I thought the only thing where they started is I forgot who told somebody was talking to Doctor Strange and it was like, in this world there's vampires, there's werewolves, there's such and such and such and such, and I thought that was like the soft.
Wasn't that the one that had? Which one had?
Because he just needed to just be with Doctor Strange. That's all they need. If they want to bring him in, they can easily bring him in.
Was Kit Harington one who was in Eternals, right?
Yeah.
I thought you heard his voice at the end of that one. Then.
Oh, I don't remember that. But I mean, that's what that would make sense to put him with Doctor Strange. Like they've already did. Like then they can make their own like midnight, like whatever. Like they can literally just have Doctor Strange going through his own travels and running to
Doctor Strange in the whatever the fuck that other verse is called. He in there now. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, the old girl.
Remember old girl showed up at the end of Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
And that's what I said. Like I feel like you're gonna find Blade. Like bro, I'm like Doctor Strange should be bringing in Blade, Ghost Rider.
That's what it was. You heard him talking to Black Knight at the end of Eternals.
Yep. Yeah, I was just about that. I literally just
yeah.
You heard Blade talking to Black Knight at the end of Eternals. I thought that's what it was.
Damn, what the fuck? Did I watch Eternals?
You didn't like Eternals.
Hey, Eternals wasn't as bad as people made it out to be.
I was good with her.
I enjoyed it. The speed, like the actual speed running.
Oh, that's the best speed running in any show.
Comic book movies.
In any show.
The way that they show super speed in that was amazing.
Better than CW's, better than DCEU, and all that shit. But you know what? So I've been on record, and I can't wait till it comes full circle. To me, Eternals is nothing but Age of Ultron. Right? People hated Age of Ultron.
Oh, and they'll go back to it eventually.
But it went full circle, and now people appreciate it.
People hate Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
People destroyed Age of Ultron.
Yeah. So
I was one of those people who I never said it was bad. Age of Ultron was just like I remember being like Age of Ultron was just
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but it came full circle. People didn't like what bro did with Ultron. Like they said they didn't like his speech and like because they was like that's not how Ultron was in the comics and everything.
That's what I loved about it.
Yeah,
and then that was Ultron. That was
because he was mimicking Tony. That's why I said it was perfect. It was a recreation of Tony.
I know. I get it. Like
I get that he don't talk, but I feel like having somebody that was pretty much like built by the most charismatic man, and you know what I'm saying? Your villain.
And then they didn't like what they did with
Pietro shouldn't have died.
Pietro, they didn't like how they did with him.
That was nice.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But
I mean,
like Eternals, I believe is going to do the same thing. Like I said, Eternals is going full circle once we start jumping into the Celestials. And like
talk about what's going on in the middle of the
like once they do that, and people going to see that setup and how it comes full circle.
Are you going to come back out? Is they supposed to be doing another Eternals movie?
I don't know if it's another Eternals, but I know once we get into the celestial beings, you know what I'm saying? When we start dealing with Galactus and everything, they're going to have to address that. That is all part of that.
Oh, but we're not going to there. That's like the what? When is that? The Galactus
when they enter Fantastic Four.
I think the Galactus era is rumored to be after the whole multiverse stuff.
After
all the Kang
right,
stuff.
but look how long. Like I said, people didn't appreciate Age of Ultron until WandaVision. So look how long in between that was. So
really,
yeah.
Is that when everybody started going back to it?
Because WandaVision, it started sort of talking about her backstory and sort of you started seeing more of the stuff from her side. Yeah. So people would go back and rewatch it, sort of just get more of an understanding.
And then also after WandaVision, one of the Disney directly suggests Age of Ultron. So a lot of people watched WandaVision and then went back and watched Age of Ultron.
Because you want to see how they got in there. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I guess if you had to pick something to shop at Age of Ultron, they wanted using WandaVision to send people back to the movie because Wanda and them were introduced very lazily in Age of Ultron.
Well, Wanda had the biggest role in Age of Ultron because she was doing the mind thing to everybody, and she showed Tony the future. So like everybody, remember she's the one. Right,
but she didn't have the back. Like you, like I said, so WandaVision gave you the backstory. So now you're like, damn, right now I can go back and see why. Like so it made sense. But even with Fam dying, like you said, how people were saying he just died.
Yeah,
like you would go back now because you like. Why? Who the fuck was dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she in WandaVision, he popping up and everybody talking about it, of course, on the internet. So you was gonna go back.
And I think a lot of people also was upset with the fact that you introduce the kids of Magneto, but we didn't really establish X-Men in this universe yet either.
That would be the biggest.
And so people was upset about that because remember they didn't
because they were Magneto kids. They go back and forth for them not being his kids and being his kids. So much
in the comics, it is solidified.
Right, one of the universes.
Very recently, they found out, at least for sure. At least for sure, Scarlet Witch, she found out that it wasn't her dad. I don't know if it got retconned again. I want to say that was like 2020, 2021-ish when I had saw that. So it's like that's what I'm saying. They go back and forth so much. So who knows?
Yeah, I feel like they do. They go back. They might. I feel like they make those kind of damn announcements so they can get their MCU to go correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just spread some shit out here real quick.
Because I remember the last time I saw it, I thought that's why they did it. So that way. For the way the article was positioned, it was positioned as sort of for the MCU. So I'm like, they're doing it so that way when they do show up.
So we don't. So
now, I just looked it up.
Yeah, here's how they confirmed
it. They don't know.
They don't know. So what it was is during the Marvel Axis event, Scarlet Witch cast a spell that was supposed to affect others in her bloodline. Quicksilver was affected by the spell, but Magneto was not.
Oh, you said it was a spell?
Yeah. She's Scarlet Witch. She casts spells.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but you said
it was a spell that was supposed to affect.
So let's say if I cast a spell, that means everybody who got my bloodline.
Yeah.
So right now it's like, okay, so then who the fuck is their parents? Then if Magneto's not.
Right, because then I mean somebody in the MCU's tingling that they haven't showed yet. So they taking their moment to be like, who?
So that's what I'm saying.
I
wonder what they're doing with that.
Yeah, so they didn't, and they haven't. The reveal haven't came out yet.
That'd be cool.
Wow.
If you read a random comic book and you just have like one of the characters on something.
Polaris either?
Huh?
That means she's not related to Polaris either. Remember that was his other daughter.
But also, we don't know what MCU's going to do though.
Also fair.
Because here's the thing: even for MCU to pull that off, that means that you still have to have the rules first.
You do.
Magneto believes that is his kids, right? They believe that that's their father. You got to have that first before she casts the spell, and you realize, okay, it's not.
So how do you bring Magneto in?
But I think, I've
already actually saw somebody like I just saw a recent post.
She thought her dad died. You do the opposite. She did a thing, and you realize this random dude is being affected by it.
Oh, in the comics, Bo said that High Evolutionary created them. Wait, but did he create them? But wasn't they still Magneto's kids?
I mean, that's her stuff.
Wait, wasn't they also still kids though? I thought because remember they get experimented on. I assumed that in the comics, High Evolutionary was the one that was doing the experiments on them, which turned them into metahumans. Or
they were actually kids that got turned into me. Like they were born. I mean, I
don't know. I'm gonna have to read up on it.
Yeah, I'd have to read up.
But you know what? In MCU that they were pretty much. Well, no, did they say that? No, they did. They said they was born with powers in MCU.
Wait, we got it. So
because that's how Scarlet Witch stopped the bomb.
Wait, I forgot because if the fact that we're talking about comic books changing stuff, we got to talk about the biggest moment in blurred history that happened in the past week. The Ninja Turtles are black, bro.
Oh yeah, I just saw that too.
The Ninja Turtles are black, my nigga.
Hey, niggas is mad.
Hey, the Ninja Turtles is black,
the amount of coping I had saw. Because immediately when you saw the post, you first you see the elation, you said, oh yeah. Then you got it's only in a Power Rangers crossover though.
Hey,
they only holograms, and it's like, bro, the amount of coping is crazy.
I'm high, but I want to say when I saw that it warmed my heart.
It warmed my heart.
Like I almost shed a tear. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I ain't go for a small moment of confusion because other than you was the only black kid I knew who was saying cowabunga.
A matter of fact, if Marcus still in here, Marcus said he was saying this shit too.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Because I'm a shoot Bacardi some bell. Every friend group has that one random word that they use that's like, hey, that's just us. Like we don't really you know what I'm saying? No matter what it means, it'd be the most random outlandish word. Like, hey, we're gonna use cowabunga moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Fair. So now I'm just equating it to that. They was black kids. They're like, hey, we're gonna use cowabunga. I'm equating it to that. That's what I'm saying. That's what
he said. That's what with the turtles.
Because that's
with the turtle. Oh, that's what it equated. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I said.
My friend group as a kid was like, nigga, don't say that shit around us.
But y'all had your own language though. You and your friend group had certain things that y'all said. Y'all own language.
But also, that's very surfer language. We firmly in the Midwest. We might know, but I'm saying for you, yes. But I'm saying if we would have like in Cali, in the 90s and all that, it might have been plenty.
But what goes against is they in New York, bro.
They are in New York.
So that goes directly against what you were saying.
They are in New York.
And if you
really think about it,
surfing in New York.
But
New York surfers.
That's what I'm saying. If you really think about it too, like Michael Angelo was literally.
I love New York, but y'all know y'all water grimy.
They might be in there saying cowabunga B.
That's what I'm saying.
Cowabunga B.
That's what I'm saying. Like Mike was like, he was sewer surfing. This nigga was like, he was skateboarding all around that motherfucker. Like, so I mean, but he definitely was in New York. So I don't know what TV show he watched to get that.
Oh, what I tell you!
Where's that water dirty as hell?
They surfing in Long Island.
That's the SVU water, bro. That's that Law and Order water, nigga.
But they surfing in Long Island. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Them curves bringing it way too much.
Hey, yo, son, you ready to catch these waves?
Right.
Hey, yo, son. You know what I'm saying? You want to catch these waves, son?
That's that body that washed up on the shore early this morning.
Also, Bo got a very good point. They live in the sewer. You think these niggas care about dirty water?
You right, because they be eating pizza.
They turtles. They turtles.
They don't care.
Niggas be surfing in New York.
Turtles.
They put shit on their pizza too.
Hey, we gotta get It's Real 85 and Ace Bang. We gotta give them their props because they've been showing them as nigga turtles.
If they ever bring back nigga turtles, I definitely want to do a voice of nigga turtles. Like if they ever, like it's been so many niggas. There's been so many. Like, you just take the cartoon. Like, just keep it going. Use the cartoons or whatever, bro. Like I want to be on the nigga Turtles.
Why you
man.
gotta come at them like that? They might. Look, they might say that. And they might
You never say
right after.
The Turtles.
Cowabunga, me.
The Turtles think like I've been a Turtles beat show up. Like, what?
Ralph will roll up on roll like, hey man, who's that nigga? What you talking about?
That big ass walk up, you gonna be you thinking like shit, boy. Shit all on your damn self. Like, what? Like,
They is in the sewers.
Well, depends. Hey, in Turtles 2, in the movie, they in an old abandoned train station.
That train, it's old in the bed. That shit might stink too.
it was dusty.
It was definitely.
It was dusty as a bitch.
It was dusty as a motherfucker.
Man, but when he hit that switch, hey, they turned the lights on. They was like, hey, we out here, dog.
Still don't know how nobody came down. New York don't give a fuck about shit. Because somebody electric company should have been like, no, where's this extra power coming from? Like, who the fuck turned the subway back on down there? Like, nigga, why is power still running there? You know what I'm saying?
There's too much shit going on in New York. You ain't got time to be thinking
They
about
dealing
that.
with the Ghostbusters, all kind of shit going on in
You
New
ain't
York.
got time to be thinking about this random ass light that came on.
Hey, can you imagine a world where New York actually had every kind of thing going on at once?
At once?
Like Ninja Turtles being there, but Ghostbusters actually having a place there.
See?
Like all these things, like
too
like it's
much.
a real John McClane and like
And then
really
Spider-Man?
Like
That's too
like
much.
all this shit really going on.
One, it's too many comic book heroes that are set in New York to have a lot of shit going on.
Like I said, do you know how much chaos gotta be going on for all of them niggas to get work? Like for everybody to have something to do every day?
Has there been a comic set in Vegas?
A comic set in Vegas?
So you know, like in Marvel,
West Coast Avengers might have went there once or
Yeah.
twice.
well, but I'm saying
They not
like
based in- they not
everybody,
based in Vegas.
people are we know for a fact Cali has been depicted in comic books. We've seen Kansas, you know what I'm saying, depicted in comic books.
Like
We've
was there
seen-
any like a comic character that's from
Yeah,
Vegas?
we've
or like,
seen New York. I don't think we've ever seen a Vegas. Have we seen an Atlanta-based character?
Atlanta?
Like this, because I'm wondering, like, okay, I get it. You
There's
want
definitely been a black
a big
character in
city
Atlanta,
with
baby.
big buildings, but there's other big cities with other big buildings.
Let's see. Comic book set in Vegas. I don't think so.
Vegas sound wild to be niggas, boy, Vegas will run you there, bro. That superhero out of here. Like, yo, me bring all that shit fucking about this thing.
I think bro said Hydra destroyed Vegas in one of the comics.
Damn,
Oh, it was a Marvel event?
Jesus,
that's tragic.
I mean, that's the only thing you can do.
That's something Hydra would
Like
do.
you got a lot of mafia motherfuckers. Like, boy, you got real money in Vegas. They gonna be like, boy, don't bring all that villain that shit out of here.
But that would be a perfect place for a hero. There's a lot of nefarious shit happening
be a
in
perfect
Vegas.
place for a villain.
No, but I'm saying as a hero, you want constant work. You want to save the day.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of shit you gotta deal with.
Vegas, like nigga, we didn't watch enough movies. Like, it's a lot of dirty shit going on in Vegas.
I know.
You do not need no nigga out there. Everybody in Vegas will try to get rid of this nigga. Like, boy, you too good.
What's the difference from Gotham and Vegas?
That's why it's gonna be an ongoing fight. Like Vegas would be like Gotham.
It would.
Like you never gonna play this place up, nigga. You trying to shut down casinos?
Where was the Great Lakes Adventure Cell? They
The,
said here.
the Scarlet Spider was in Houston. All right, see, that's Houston. That's just, there's a lot of major cities.
Scarlet
That,
Spider was okay.
There's just a lot of cities that's not getting like, okay, why? Who's in Chicago?
That might be the Great Lakes Adventures.
Why ain't nobody dealing with there's a lot of crime in Chicago, bro.
Somebody's in
That
Chicago.
might be the Great Lakes Adventures. I don't know where they.
Who's patrolling Chicago?
I don't know where their base operation is. That's why I was trying to look it up to see. They might be based out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's hot.
They is based out of Milwaukee.
Who?
The Great Lakes Adventures.
Get the fuck out of here.
No,
They based out of Milwaukee.
They base operations because they was formed here. There you
Justice
go.
League Detroit's a thing.
We don't care about that. We don't
Justice
Great
League
Lakes
Detroit
Adventures now. They out
sound-
of Milwaukee.
Justice League Detroit sound.
I need to
wild.
see how they drew Milwaukee.
Like
I gotta see how they drew Milwaukee.
Justice
I gotta
League
see what
Detroit
landmarks they put.
a bunch of superheroes and some buffs,
Bro,
bro. Justice League Detroit sound wow. Wow, big.
Superhero and
It
buffs is
was-
hilarious.
They had a
I
big
need
birthday-
AI to create that. I want AI.
Big Bertha's place is in Milwaukee.
I'm about to-
That's where Great Lakes Adventures is out of.
Big Bertha's place.
Big
I'm about to go to
Birthplace.
Mid Journey
We
and I'm
will.
gonna say, we seen it. We seen
Hey,
superheroes depicted as Mandalorians. I'm gonna say I'm gonna need my superheroes in buffs, and I need to see AI to do this.
Hey, Bo, not too much on the Great Lakes Avengers. We just found out they was based out of Milwaukee. So they with us now. They want with us. So not too much on them.
All right, so because I could go. All right, so who's patrolling Miami?
Miami too much party, and those superheroes They got too much.
But there's still villainous stuff that happens out
Miami,
there, bro.
I can't think of who would be in I don't know who would be in Miami.
Those superheroes on coke.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like that's like Punisher area. That's like Frank Castle in Miami. So, that's what I can see. Ain't nobody good out there.
Ain't nobody good out there in Miami, done.
The niggas walking a fine line in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I'm only good if you fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
The last topic that I had on the docket though is what the Legend of Zelda creator, he said, "Hey, I saw what y'all did with Mario over there. I want next."
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he put it out there.
Beat the game already. Like I just saw a post of a speedrunner beat the game in like an hour and 30 minutes.
I know people who've been talking about they've been playing it for like 2 weeks now.
Did they get a beta or something?
I don't know. I assumed.
Also, it must be somebody who probably had a beta, been playing it for some,
right.
but as of release day, he's like the first nigga to beat it.
Sure.
In an hour and some minutes.
But like I've been seeing people talk about, oh yeah, the game kind of fire for like a week and a half. I swear.
Oh, they even gave niggas a whole game. Like, boy, you give me the whole game as a test.
That's a test.
That's like Christmas came
early. It might have been a reviewer.
Yeah, bro.
Like Christmas came early because now I didn't beat the game when the hype. Like, well, I don't care what y'all talk about. That game done.
Well, as a reviewer, I mean, if it's because I would want to know because one, it's also a big production. So Cleo, I forgot Cleo Thomas I was watching something. He was saying he was like, anytime these games come, they literally bring you this suitcase with the game embedded in it, right? So it's a suitcase. One play, like you can't play, like you plug it in, you can play it. Once you beat it, you got to take it, and they come and pick it up, and so you can. It's not giving you a game that you can put in your system,
right?
No, they bringing you like the what's the name, so you can run through it, review it, and everything. I would love that for Geekset.
Were you talking somebody bring you like an actual like the tabletop?
Like, yeah. You damn near get that as a box. And you're like, hey, here go the game. You play it, you get your review stuff ready, get your whatever content you need for your review.
And they come back and get that.
They come, all right, appreciate it.
Yep.
That'll go out to the Tuesday before the game come out.
I would love that for Geekset.
I get that for getting content and press work, but as a gamer, it's like my hype of like the anxiety is so switched. It's so sweet because it's like I'm not excited for the game by the time the game comes out for everybody else and everybody talking about it. Like, bro, already beat this.
What up, Marquise, bro?
Don't talk to me about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you really can't talk about it.
Probably. The thing. I think you.
So you don't want to be. So you don't want to be a reviewer then. You still want to be a fan.
I mean, if it's a game I really want to play, then I'll play that.
I think I would because
I would want to be. Listen, Geek Grand Theft Auto 6 early.
Think about it. You play it. You do all the stuff that you need for it. You get that all out the way because you got to think. When games come out, we always talk already about like, man, we need to be able to Twitch it. We want to be able to do this and that for it.
You ain't gonna be able to do that because you're reviewing it.
But see,
pre-recorded content.
Well, even I'm saying the point is we always like for certain games like, man, we don't want to do that because I'm gonna be so focused on playing it. Now, if you do get a chance to do stuff like that where you get your review content all that out of the way, and you still really love the game, you can come back like, now I can Twitch it because I can be in the Twitch talking all about it because you already did all the actual playing you wanted to get for your review content.
Then my Twitch is gonna be boring because they're gonna be like, I know what's happening. Ain't no surprise. Ain't no surprise. You don't want to act. You don't get excited. I want play New Game Plus. I want natural surprises.
You don't play New Game Plus.
Hell no, boy, that game is done.
All right, that's why.
That game is done.
I get that bitch. New Game Plus and act like that.
Hey, listen, if you can find out who you got to tweet or mention, definitely let us know. That's the one thing. That's the aspect of Geekset that I really want us to evolve into. I do want us to evolve to we're getting the first looks. We're getting invited to the red carpet. We're doing like I want us to be there. I don't know who we got to talk to.
Look, I got Jedi Survivor early. I'd have beat it. I'd have been on day one Jedi Survivor again.
Yeah.
This would have been like my third playthrough.
Jedi Survivor is solid
game. Would have been if we would have had. I'm still. It's been a busy couple.
Jedi Survivor is a solid ass game, bro. It's a solid ass game. Like, man, the one thing I love about Jedi Survivor is how they expand the universe and they really going into like Jedi lore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now you're learning about the Jedi Knights more. You're going like it's
you playing it too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you bought it too.
Yeah.
It's fire game.
It's fire, bro. Like the first one was so good, bro. Because that's the thing. When you think about
the first one,
I played a little bit. I ain't finished.
When you think when you think about open world games, like in games like this, like I like to feel like that, right? Jedi, the first one, you really feel like a Jedi. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I played Force Unleashed on them back in the days.
This is the second best combination of using the Force. Because nothing is stopping Force Unleashed.
No, it's definitely not. Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
The command that you had of the Force for Force Unleashed
Yeah, Force Unleashed was outrageous.
However, whatever that 3D one that with the Oculus that people keep showing, that one looked beastie because you can, bro. This nigga was.
I didn't see them. I saw the video.
That clip where the old boy was walking and he was doing his thing, and then somebody else online came messing with him. He said, "Hey, go on, man," and then he wouldn't stop. This nigga force grabbed him, pulled him up in the air, spun him around, sliced him with the heat.
That game.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't know that was a mod.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the actual Star Wars game.
It was an Oculus game.
Yeah, I think it's an Oculus game. They just you get a laser sword.
Oh, but whatever that was, I said I like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's free range.
Oh yeah, that's what you talking about that. Yeah, I was free range. This gotta be a mod or something, bro. This is wild.
That's what I think it's like some Oculus game. You know, they have to call like you can do a laser sword.
I mean, you got to think so many like made. You know, some people making games.
Yeah.
I know there's a VR. I think it was like a VR. You had to fight Darth Vader.
Really?
That shit looks terrifying.
I enjoyed the Star Wars game they had for the little Kinect game.
I don't think I played that one.
They had a Jedi. They had a Star Wars
game you talking about. Yeah.
Like so, I mean, I thought that was a nice little idea. I feel like it should be a Star Wars like VR game because it's literally y'all can literally manufacture like y'all can make money by actually having a real stick.
I mean, they probably got
real
that
sword
at, like, the
in the
parks.
VR.
Vader Immortal. That's what
they probably got
at
the
fight
parks.
Vader.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think that's something that it needs to be immersive. Like I wouldn't want to be in the house acting with the what's the name?
Bullshit.
I mean, you don't gotta have the whole
space.
like
you wouldn't have some shit.
No, you wouldn't have the whole lightsaber.
I had to have a
Like,
room.
yeah, you wouldn't have the whole lightsaber, but you actually like it's the handle.
I want a whole lightsaber though. That's what I'm saying. You got to do it at a
You're not
park.
wrong.
You're not gonna.
I don't want just the handle.
Why you not gonna hit nothing?
At the park you can.
This the Vader Immortal one where it's like you can do all the stuff. Like I said, I saw the clip where he had to fight Vader, and the one where he had to fight, everything was dark. You in VR, so all you see is dark, and then you just see the lightsaber come out, and Vader walk up, and that looks terrifying, but it looks so much fun.
Because like I said, a whole if you had, let's say this room was the room, nothing else is in it. This room was the room, right? How you can do VR is like I said, yeah, it can be just this, but like if the whole room's VR, when the lightsaber comes up, it's VR. I see Darth Vader when but I gotta.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like
I'd rather that. No, I don't want just this. I want to be able to see the same. I want.
Yeah, you gonna see that in your VR. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying like outside of like when I'm looking at you when I'm looking at you from the outside. You don't need to be swinging on fucking 4 foot. You
don't want to be swinging that? I want to be swinging that.
What's the point of that? Like, why would you're not gonna hit nothing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit with I'm gonna hit.
So as a person who has swung that,
like
it's a lot of fun.
I get it. A lot of fun. I get it, but you in VR. You're in VR, bro. Like you don't know what you're swinging at. Like you don't need that.
That's why I said.
So then my question is this: at arcades, they got the big full machine gun and it shakes and you feel it like this. You don't need all that, but you love it.
It's attached to a device.
But you like it.
It's attached. It can't go nowhere.
Okay, that could be
that big machine gun on the thing.
This could be
can't knock no kid out. Can't knock no furniture off the wall.
It can't do it. I know what I'm gonna do since I with this now. He convinced me.
Like how do you want to tether it to what, bro?
I just need to be able to swing it.
Do you know how big that makes your fucking like VR circle?
Yes,
that's why you don't do it at the house. You do it at a park.
You have a room. Your basement. That's your basement.
But why do you need that?
Why do you not?
Why do you not? Is the question.
Because like I feel like you in VR, I'd rather have the handle. I'd rather have the handle with the button, of course. So then when I'm on VR, when I hit the button, even though I don't know outside of the VR that no lightsaber came out, but when I hit that button on the game in my VR, I see my shit go up. I'm like, I bet we lied.
No, because then
I'm still holding the handle. Because
now you
gotta hold the whole goddamn sword.
Now it's not balanced correctly. You gotta.
Because bro, that's why I didn't like the Wii U so much. The reason why I didn't like the Wii U so much.
No, you don't know the lightsaber.
I didn't like the Wii U so much because no matter what my weapon was, it was just a nunchuck.
I ain't going.
No matter what my weapon was, it was just this on the Wii U. I have a gun. I'm doing this, but it was like no. I want that.
You held it like that no matter what. You wasn't improvising. Because I was definitely games that had the gun. I was holding my nunchuck like this.
You didn't just buy the gun thing? I had the gun thing.
Nah.
See, I didn't have the money for that.
Yeah, I was.
An accessory was like 20. I want
that. I want that.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't because you can't tell me that's what a real lightsaber would be. Like it's a light. So it literally, the laser is a light source.
It gotta
so
have
the weight is the helm.
You think the blade?
The way they whipping that motherfucking dance is like you think that motherfucking got
the force.
They got the force with them.
Bro.
That's
talking about?
Because they got the force.
Wait a minute, hold on.
And all you holding is the helm though. Like the light is not, bro.
Out of everything out of the Star Wars universe, the part that you like, you believe they can do that is to having a lightsaber with something coming out of it?
No, I'm saying
that's the one that you don't believe.
He said,
Disney's trying to add weight to the light, to the actual light.
I want the weight.
No, I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. Like in Star Wars, you cannot believe like when all they're holding is the helmet, and when they hit the button, it's the light that pops out. So you can't tell me there's weight on that light. Like it's a light source.
Let's see.
So the helm got to be the heaviest thing.
I assume it has some too. It's energy.
Because all you hitting is a button,
but it's energy though. It's an energy source. Like,
fam, but it's light. It's a light source.
So. Because okay, so what's the difference?
It's like holding a flashlight, bro. Hitting the button, and you get that the beam.
But we seen in Mandalorian. I'm only gonna use the Darksaber though, but the Mandalorian.
Yeah, say it out loud.
No,
say it out loud.
The weight is only in the handle.
Say it out loud.
No, it was inconclusive.
Say it out loud.
It was inconclusive.
You a liar, bro.
But hold on, because like in Mandalorian, remember, Din Djarin had issues picking up the Darksaber.
And the Darksaber is a different kind of sword.
It's still a saber.
What it say?
It do say that the blade is effectively weightless. The only part of the lightsaber having any weight is the hilt. That's what makes a lightsaber a difficult weapon to master, as it takes an intermediate to advanced level of force awareness to master the weapon. Yeah,
because you swing it, it's only the weight of the hilt, bro. So it's like
I guess that pulls. I don't know.
That's what I said. So if you play in VR, all you need is a heavy fucking helm. And let the VR show you.
I still want that. I want the physical.
I want to knock your motherfucking shit off the wall all you want.
I told you I'm being in the basement.
We're going to be in a room.
Don't be that close to me. You see, I swing once when I'm around. Like, all right, that's my radius.
If I'm in battle mode, don't be around me in battle mode.
Your awareness with some headphones on is already the worst, bro. Like headphones on, VR swinging a lightsaber in the house. You gonna hit somebody not even know. You gonna just still be swinging. Because you don't think it was that much of a real impact in the game. Like, damn, that nigga felt for real.
This VR good. This some good ass VR. Okay, we take it off. That go somebody on the floor.
Like, that's what I'm saying. You gonna tell a motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Darksaber has weight because I feel like it's actually a dark force in the. I feel like that's.
Yeah, you might be right.
All right. So, well, let's get into recommendations, man.
All right, I can go ahead.
Yeah, you go. Let me get.
I'm gonna go ahead and recommend Death Parade. I went back after watching it. Hey, don't give me that look. I told you yesterday I was recommending it. It's an anime. It's an older anime. It's set basically at this bar where, like, after you die, you go to this bar and they got to decide if you're going to heaven or hell.
But you playing a game of Saw.
You play a game. It's.
You started watching more?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I told you.
I told you.
But it's like it really is. You gotta play the game to decide where you're gonna go. Because the idea of the game is to figure out your sort of what your characteristics are. So like to know if you're a good person or not. But what's crazy is you don't know you dead. So you come in confused to this bar and they say you got to play the game,
right?
And you just thinking like, bro. Anytime because you don't know you dead. You find out over the course of it,
right?
But bro, it's wild.
Yeah, that's right.
The first episode come in already crazy.
Yeah,
because you got to figure it out during it.
I also did like it'll be an amazing live action.
It would.
It'll be an amazing live action.
It could easily be done live action too because there was nothing really supernatural about it, other than obviously the fact that you're playing for where your soul is going to go.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like effects wise and stuff, like one of the games was darts.
Darts, just regular old darts.
Regular old darts. Okay. And like, granted, there was an aspect of it that was fucked up. That you got to get the Saw aspect of it.
Like definitely Saw aspect of it.
And in terms of if you're trying to film this and you're wondering like how do you show that, you can easily throw regular darts at a dartboard and then you just gotta act.
Yeah, they're acting out the same. Yeah, so it was definitely like a. It's one of my, like I said, I don't know why you had randomly turned that motherfucker on.
It was on Hulu and I was just scrolling through when we was and I was like,
that's what I said. That was during my Hulu run. Years ago, when I had just had.
I was like, did you recommend this once or something?
I probably maybe like, years ago. Like I said, this would have been years ago. Like this was during my Tiger and Bunny run and Black Butler and Darker Than Black. Like this was pretty much a way you know what I'm saying months ago. But until he popped it back up again, I didn't remember why I enjoyed Death Parade because Death Parade kind of took me down the spiral of Black Butler. Darker Than Black. It'll take me to a more like darker, twisted kind of set of animes. You know what I'm saying?
I can easily see how it'll take.
Yeah.
Like I said, the first, even if you know, certain animes that take like episode or two to get you in. The first episode gives you to let you know, like, oh, this is what I'm in for.
Okay. Yeah, it's a major twist.
It's all the twists are great. Like you'll fuck with it.
That's why I said it'd be a good live action because it doesn't have any. There isn't no like it's a supernatural element.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like a creeping of death, but it's more since like it's like a Tales from the Crypt kind of series.
Oh, okay.
Like you know what I'm saying?
If you're calling it anything, it's like a psychological drama, I guess, in a sense, because the whole thing is based around figuring out this person's characteristic.
Yeah, and how they die, why they died, because there's always a couple.
Yep.
I think it is always a couple. I think. I don't
know if they're necessarily always couple. There's always two
people. Yeah, there's always two. So so you pretty much kind of get a breakdown of how they are with each other, but you also get an individual. They put them through a stress test pretty much to really figure out if you good or bad. They, like the first episode so good because you literally spend the whole episode like this. One motherfucker is the worst.
Bro, if the second person could have lasted 5 more minutes,
it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. They was walking back. She turned back on some nigga whole ass nigga. Like,
she had it. Yeah, she was good.
Like,
and I think it's not even heaven or hell. I think it's like hell or reincarnation.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
But she was literally. They were like McCarty said. They heading out good. And she had to get that. Like, hold up. Actually,
hit her with the and one more thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was such a twist that the nigga that was like the bartender was just like,
he even looked.
He was surprised, like, what? What? Like you was in the bag on the bartender dude too. Like, what? The game over, y'all. You know where you going? It's in the bag. Man, she turned around with that victory speech. She said, "Bitch, what?"
Like it was crazy. Like, I recommend that.
All right, so I'm gonna recommend DC Titans, bro. Like, I mean, obviously, this is the end. The show, this is the end. And what?
I really want to know where DH's mind was at, because I'm like, what were you thinking about?
Yeah, what were you thinking about? I literally said DC Titans.
It was more so the shock that you was recommending the show.
Well, that's the thing.
That nigga said I had to confirm the nigga talking about the show.
Well, that's what I said. So this final season, because everything's getting retconned and everything like that.
Right.
They're pulling out all the stops, and so though it's not the most connected like season, like stuff like that, like this Superboy, if you watch it, like if you're caught up, Superboy is really dealing with the fact that he is a clone of both Superman and
Lex Luthor,
right? Mm-hmm. And so he's in this arc of taking on like Superman. Like Superman really was on some bad dad shit, right? He once he realized who he was and he was the clone, right? He was like, all right, well, Superman's going to teach me. Right, he's gonna teach me the ropes, and so he's like, Superman told me to meet him here, so I'm gonna meet him here. And when he gets there, some other random person comes and hand him a note, and then you see Superman flying off, and then it chose not to teach him. It's like, hey, my nigga, you got this. And so now, you know what I'm saying. So now he's more leaning towards Lex, and we're getting a full Starfire. We got a new,
really,
Starfire is
not that. I'm talking about the Lex part. Because I got a spoiler, because I was like, I'm never going to watch it, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
But he is doing, what's crazy is the actor who plays Superboy, when he has his hair, he looks like Superman. When he cut his hair to be more on the Lex side, he looks like Lex. And he plays an amazing, like, threatening villain. So that part's good. Starfire's killing it, but also we got Tim Drake. We get Tim Drake Robin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They're pulling out all the stops, and they're really just like, it seems like the creator was like, well, fuck it, we out here.
They knew that shit was over.
So fuck it, let's give the world what they want. You know what I'm saying? And they're going crazy with just these moments of like, oh shit, like that was actually dope.
Wasn't the last episode this past week?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're getting all these stuff.
You spent the last however many seasons shitting on it.
Oh, it's weekly. Yeah,
you actually were. That's why true. That's why I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but like I said, if you just want some quick, real good visuals, and you're like, okay, you know what? I haven't seen a live action Tim Drake.
I couldn't get over the fact that Starfire's powers is blue. I tried to tune back in. It, though. Did they change? Oh yeah, I heard there was a reason. Somebody was telling me that too. Yeah. But it still was like.
So yeah, like I said, it's if you're going in it for like the most late breaking TV, no, you're not gonna get that. But if you want to get just some really quick, like if you love DC, and you're like, oh shit, all right, let me check that out real quick. Oh shit, all right, Titans is a good watch for that. Like I said, if I had to rank the whole series, this is a solid 5.5, 6. It's a solid, like, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
So yeah.
Okay. Your previous statements didn't jive with that, but all right.
We here now.
Well, it's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, just
You
ranking
know?
it, like, because
You start first, and then later on you got another thing.
because they have just enough good moments where it's like, you know what, it's watchable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. I wasn't on shit but working all week. I don't have a recommendation. I wasn't doing nothing.
Recommend Guardians.
I guess I could. That's what I did see.
Yeah.
So I recommend Guardians. Yeah, I recommend Guardians.
Yeah.
I forgot that's actually the only thing that I did this week. To, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to make, like, nigga, I had to schedule that shit in. Like, we going to see Guardians. Yeah. I recommend it. Good. Definitely go see Guardians. I mean, I think for the last hurrah, like I said, for me, I enjoyed it because I actually enjoyed the Christmas special. The Christmas special gave me the precursor of what the last movie was how it was gonna really be acted out. And I enjoy, like I said, 2. For everybody who think 2 was weak, I said my opinion, of course, because that's when they went kitty. Like when you got rid of Groot and we had baby Groot, like you could definitely tell like a merchandise run. Like it was a merchandise.
You never go full kitty.
Like 2 was definitely a merchandise run. Like that was a merchandise run, and then we got back into that gangster shit when they just started being wild.
Gangster shit.
Because they pirates. So I feel like the Christmas special in the last whatchamacallit, what's going on? Oh, yeah, but I feel like the Christmas special in the last Guardians is what really should have portrayed Guardians like as a space pirate kind of crew.
Yeah.
Like those 2 really showed those, and that's why I definitely recommend that one.
That's
all right.
fair.
Well,
I
the
like
OG recommendation.
Oh, hold on real quick. I want to send a shout out to Gail Bean.
Yeah.
You forgot that was a major thing.
I thought it was gonna be in his OG recommendation.
He wasn't gonna do it.
He might not have.
He wasn't gonna do it.
Nah,
Definitely shout out Gail Bean. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out Gail Bean.
Day one deuces need to say shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats on your award, man. You know, so one of the things about what we do at Geekset and how things transpire. Oh, you didn't? Is it your first time noticing this?
I thought before I could see it move with me, but I'm at a perfect spot where it's always Batman.
But the one thing that we do with Geekset, you know what I'm saying, we are consistent with just putting out blurred content and doing the things that we're doing, right? But we also have our individual benchmarks that we want to hit, right?
Yeah.
And so I mean, we're human. So at times we're like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? This ain't hitting how we wanted to hit. This drop didn't go the way we wanted to drop, right? So you feel like, man, are we making the impact that we envision that we're making, right? And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think that impact is not there, but we talk about what we're trying to do. We're making people unlock their love for things and letting them know it's okay to love that. You know what I'm saying?
To love what you do and do what you love.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is that, right? So, when I have those moments, like, it's always dope when something like this pops up that's unexpected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gail Bean won an award, and shout out Gail Bean. Shout out Gail Bean. In her acceptance post, she not only, you know what I'm saying, shouted me out, but shouted Geekset out, but also used the clip from our interview. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, within her montage of, her journey, what got there. And it just helps me remember what our mission is. And I was like, yo, that's an up there moment.
Yeah,
for me.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, being nicknamed Day One Deuces, and and like I said, having someone of that status
call our movement
what it is, like it's a one of one.
Yeah,
like to tell somebody to know that they can see, like no one else is. Well, we keep saying, like, we're the only podcast but you know what I'm saying, we are one of one. You know what I'm saying? So to have Gail Bean make that in a statement, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's the movement is real. You know what I'm saying? And
it definitely gives you that feeling of, like you said, those times where you be wondering, damn, are we making an impact?
Right.
Yeah.
Now you get it definitive, even if it's to one person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I'm never gonna beat the famous allegations on the timeline. They already be trying to call me famous ass deuces. I'm never gonna beat that allegations.
Now. Like, now it's gonna be the tally marks of how many people call deuces.
What's funny is that it started like in Milwaukee, right? You know what I'm saying? When we was doing the 1-on-1, that was always like a Milwaukee joke, like, hey, Deuce is famous, Deuce is famous. When it started bleeding over to Twitter and Twitter spaces, I said, bro, like, I'm regular degler in my eyes.
So I need 5 celebrities to call you a Day One before it can be solidified as a nickname for you. So we got one. You got one. You need 5 more. It can happen any time in your lifespan. But 5 motherfuckers have to make that same statement like this is day 1. And then at that point, you are nicknamed Day 1 Deuces.
They call him like a day 2. Like he day 2.
Has anybody ever been called day 2?
I don't know. I don't think you want to be that category.
You ain't make it the first day, but hey, that next morning,
like,
you was right.
It dawned on me the next day. You know what I'm saying? This nigga actually my nigga. You know what I'm saying? On the second day. You know what I'm saying?
Have me a cup of coffee in the morning. I was like, you know what? Fuck with right there.
Nigga right there. Listen, I thought long about it on that first day, but I had to sleep on that shit. I had to sleep on it. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. So it's just dope, man. It lets us know that we making an impact, and I couldn't be proud. Just you know what I'm saying, even more proud at what Geekset is doing because, like I said, it's a collective. Everything that we're doing, man, it helps out. So yeah, man. Yeah. But OG recommendation, man. Go to Geekset Podcast.
Horns for the OG recommendation.
OG recommendation. Go to geeksetpodcast.com. You can check out all of our past episodes. You see, we have a variety of merch on that Bacardi put together. You can get your own Geekset merch as well on our shop on geeksetpodcast.com. Follow us on all social media, man, at Geekset Podcast. We're popping out a lot of stuff that we're doing, man. We're announcing a lot of things right now.
You didn't add the shop on the end of that Geekset podcast.
Right now.
Next time.
Yeah, right now we are prepping and planning. We got 2 months pretty much of nothing right now. And we're prepping and planning for DreamCon because DreamCon, we got a lot of stuff that we're planning. So if you are going to be in Austin, Texas at the end of July, man, go to DreamCon. You see Geekset anywhere. Make sure you follow us with there, man. That's where we're going to be at. And go to the blackgeekdocumentary.com. Obviously, we are still in Black Geek documentary mode. And we're going to be putting more updates and behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You may, if you're part of the Patreon, you know what I'm saying, patreon.com/geekset, you may get the chance to see a trailer soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there. You know, there's a lot of perks. You know, you can ask our celebrity guest something. But also
you could watch the Lost Holocron live. That's a new thing that's coming for our Patreon.
You know what I'm saying?
I know I fucked all that up. But, you know,
I like how you want to get in there, though. You want to get in to get your spot in here.
I was going into that.
I keep that thing, you know what I'm saying? Keep that feel together. You know?
Because like I said, we did launch a new show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's been fun.
I'm gonna let Didge cook. Tell them about the show, bro.
Yeah, so it's the Lost Holocron podcast. Shout out to Juwan and AJ from GVN.
Yep.
Basically everything Star Wars. I like to call it your slice of the galaxy from here to that place far, far away.
Yeah.
Oh! Hit that motherfucking button! Hit that motherfucking button! That's a Christmas card. I thought wish you was here. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man, you can check out that, man, and then just keep up with us, man. Follow everybody. We got a lot of stuff coming. This year it's like a golden year for Geekset. We got a lot coming out, man, and we're gonna be jumping on some different platforms. We got some stuff planned for y'all. So man, as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. Shout out to the Patreon members. Shout out to the live chat. Shout out to the Twitch, man. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody that was involved, man. We appreciate y'all, and we are out.
Peace.